Hello students, welcome in our history lecture. Now, history means what? First of all, we will take some introduction about the history. History means what? We are thinking, we are learning, and we are studying about our past. But for that study, which sources we are using? Do you know which sources we are using? How the historians were writing the history? Have you thought about this any time? So, in this today's lecture, we are going to learn about how the historians used their sources, how they written the history, which sources they used for writing those things. So, in the first chapter, tracing changes through 1,000 years, we are going to learn about the medieval history, means that is the period of 8th to 18th century CE, means common era in the Indian subcontinent, means which was the medieval period 8th to 18th century. About that we are going to learn in this today's lecture. Now here in the first part of that lesson they given about the medieval history, means this year we are going to learn the medieval history. This medieval history also divided into two periods. So these periods are, first one is that early medieval period, which lasted from the 8th to the 13th century, and late medieval period, which lasted from the 13th to 18th century, means in these periods they divided into that two periods which they indicated here. First one is that the early medieval period, and second one is that the late medieval period. Now what they given that in the next part, they given that in the next part, here they shown change first use of maps. Now in front of you on the second slide they given two maps, and you can recognize that map, it is a India's map. But if we saw that next map where I did with the blue arrow, so can you guess that what is the map of which country? No, we can't understood that map. Now maps are one of the important sources of the history through which we can trace out the historical changes and contacts. Cartographers are skilled people who make the maps. Cartographer means in the end of the lesson I given that all the words, but cartographer means one who skilled person who makes a map. Now the map of Indian, for example, subcontinent made by the Arab geographer Al-Idrisi in 1154 CE, means common era, was different from the map made by a French cartographer in 1720. Science of cartography differs according to the different historical background context, means here with the blue arrow which map is shown, it is a India's map. It is India's first map prepared by the Al-Idrisi. This was a Arab geographer, and this map of is a South India where would expect फाइंड नॉर्थ इंडिया, मतलब जो हमारा श्रीलंका का पार्ट ऊपर दिखाई देता है, वो कहाँ पे दिखाई दे रहा है हमें? नीचे दिखाई दे रहा है, नीचे दिखाई देता है, वो हमें ऊपर दिखाई दे रहा है. Now here they given the names of the places are marked in Arabic, and there are some popular places of Uttar Pradesh like Kanauj. Now we are spelling that it is Kanauj. So this is the difference between that map. After that, which map is prepared by the next after the 600 years? So you can see that map of India made by a French cartographer, means after the Al-Idrisi, which map is prepared. So with the parrot green arrow I shown you that map. So here we can understand that easily. This map is drawn in the 1720s, 600 years after this map, means which map was prepared by the Al-Idrisi after that 600 years. And this is more familiar to us because firstly from the first we saw that same map only. Now the coastal areas in a particular are detailed. It was used by the European sailors and merchants on their voyage. अब ये जो मैप बनाया गया हुआ था, ये यूरोपियन सेलर्स जो थे उनके द्वारा ये क्या किया जाता था? यूज़ किया जाता था. And here also in the bold letter I gave that cartographer means one person who makes a map. So you can see here which I underline. Then in the next point they given that change new and old terminologies. Now which terminologies changes after that? Historical records exist in a variety of languages which have changed over the period. The term here they given that different terms means meanings of various terms changed over the time. We are knowing that any thing or any object, it is not living as it is in the past. It is changing by the time, over the time. We human beings also, we are changing day by day, so that how the new terms came into the study, that we will see here. So in the medieval history, the meaning of the term Hindustan has changed over the centuries. अब जो हिंदुस्तान टर्म है वो कैसे चेंज हो गई? फर्स्ट हियर दे गिवन दैट पार्शियन क्रोनिकलर मिनाज सिराज was the Persian chronicler. So how she used that term? She used as a area of Punjab and Haryana and the land between Ganga and Yamuna in the 13th century. And he used that term in a political sense for the lands that were under the दिल्ली सल्तनत. मतलब हिंदुस्तान जो टर्म है वो पंजाब हरियाणा का जो गंगा वैली के बीच का एरिया है उसके लिए ये यूज़ किया जाता था, और उसका ऐसा मानना था कि दिस इज़ अ पॉलिटिकल सेंस एंड दैट लैंड इज़ अंडर द दिल्ली सल्तनत. मीन्स नाउ हियर दैट सेम concept, same that term used by the Babur, who was the Mughal king. So that Babur, how he used that term? The geography, the fauna and culture of the inhabitants of the subcontinent. मतलब लोगों का जो रहने का आवास था 16th century में, for that he used that term Hindustan. And Amir Khusro, he used that term हिंद in similar way. और अमीर खुसरो ने ये जो टर्म है सेम वो हिंद के नाम से उसने यूज़ की हुई थी. Then now today how we are knowing that term? We are knowing that term as a modern nation state. We are knowing that as a India. हिंदुस्तान को ही अब क्या कहा जाता है? इंडिया कहा जाता है. Here they given the word that chronicler means one who keeps record of past event. मतलब उस ज़माने में ये रिकॉर्ड्स रखने के लिए जो आदमी था उसे क्रोनिकलर कहा जाता था. Now another term. Now we saw about the term Hindustan. Here they given another term, that is the foreigner. Now how that foreigner changed over the centuries? Do you know the meaning of foreigner means what? हम फॉरेनर किसे बोलते हैं कि जो परदेश में जाता है, परदेश से जाकर आता है. So we are saying them foreigner. In the past, to whom they are saying the foreigners? A stranger who was not a part of a society or a culture. अब उस ज़माने में ये जो लोग थे वो फॉरेनर किनको बोलते थे? वो बोलते थे जो उनका जान पहचान वाला नहीं है, उनकी सोसाइटी में से नहीं है. For them they were saying the foreigner. But in the present we are saying the foreigner, we are knowing that term as a someone who is not a Indian. Means in that time what that peoples were doing, if any other people they are coming from the another village, they are coming from the another society, so that time also they are telling them a foreigner. दूसरे गांव से अगर आता है, दूसरे ग्रुप से, कास्ट से अगर वो आता है तो उन्हें भी वो क्या किया जाता था? फॉरेनर कहा जाता था. लेकिन जैसे ही दिन गुजरते गए ये टर्म क्या हो गई? चेंज हो गई. नाउ नेक्स्ट पॉइंट इज दैट चेंज historians and their sources. Before that, which sources historians were using, and nowadays which sources they are using, from archaeological evidences to literary sources. पुराने ज़माने के जो historians थे वो हिस्ट्री लिखने के लिए क्या क्या यूज़ करते थे, and nowadays what they changed in their sources, that they given here in the next point. Sources available to the historians for the study of past means before that also I told that no one saw the past, no one went there to see those things what happened actually, but we are knowing that history according to the sources used and they written the history. So means sometimes they may be given their logics also, so we can't say that it is a real history. So before that archaeological evidences which they are using, here in the tree diagram I given the examples of archaeological evidences. These were coins, inscriptions, architectures. In the architectures there were forts, tombs and temples, as well as they were using the paintings, and according to that they are making their own stories and they are writing the history. Now after some changes, what happened there? In the literary evidences they started to use the letters, then teaching of sons, then manuscripts, then petitions and judicial records, holy texts and chronicles of rulers. Means according to the period it was changed and they started to write those things. But if we compare that both things, archaeological evidences and literary evidences, so are you thought about that which evidences are effective to understand the history? I think that literary evidences are more effective than the archaeological evidences. Now, in the inscriptions, here they given the examples of that inscriptions. For example, Qutub Minar, you can see the design or that story which they created on the Qutub Minar on that stones. Through that story, we can understand that manuscripts means that evidences or records about the past, as well as which coins, which currencies they were using in the past, that also they shown in the picture. So according to that they were writing that things. Now in the using of that historical resources, that historians faced some problem also, means using that manuscripts, while using that or referring that manuscripts they face some problems. So which problems they faced using the manuscripts, which difficulties they faced and why, that they given in the next points. Now what happened, which difficulties were there? Scribes introduced numerous changes in manuscripts while copying because of less illegible handwriting, personal basis, manuscriptions, and exaggeration of facts. The small but significant changes grew over the centuries of copying until manuscripts of the same text became sustainably differ from one another. Original manuscripts are rarely found. As a result, historians have to read different manuscripts, versions of the same text, to guess what the author had originally written. Means what happened, that manuscripts were collected from the wealthy peoples, rulers, monasteries and temples, and they were placed in the libraries, but historians use them for detailed information. There was no any printing press at that time, so the scribes used to copy down manuscripts by their hand. But very oftenly scribes introduce small changes over the years. The manuscripts of the text become sustainably different from the ऑदर. अब ये जो मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स थे वो यूज़ करते समय उन्हें बहुत दिक्कत होती थी, डिफ़िकल्टीज फेस करनी पड़ती थी. क्यों? बिकॉज समटाइम्स दे डिडेंट अंडरस्टैंड देयर हैंड राइटिंग्स, वॉट दे रिटर्न. इफ़ वी टुक द एग्जाम्पल, फॉर एग्जाम्पल यू टुक योर फ्रेंड्स नोटबुक फॉर राइटिंग द होमवर्क and you can't understand that word because of his dull handwriting. So what you are doing, that we are writing as it is according to our logic that words. So that's why that real manuscripts we are getting the rarely. जो manuscript real थे वहाँ के original थे वो हमें rarely ही मिलते हैं. Original manuscripts we are not getting because according to the historians they make their लॉजिक्स. अगर उन्हें समझ में नहीं आता था तो अपने हिसाब से लॉजिक लगाकर वो आगे का लिखने के लिए शुरुआत करते थे. सो दैट वाज द डिफ़िकल्टीज historians faced in the using manuscripts for writing the history. Now in that there is one interesting fact that 14th century chronicler Ziauddin Barani wrote his chronicle first in the 1356 and wrote another version 2 years later. अब ज़ियाउद्दीन बरानी ने 14th सेंचुरी में अपनी खुद की फर्स्ट जो क्रोनिकल थी, जो वर्जन था, वो उसने लिखा हुआ था. एंड आफ्टर दैट later 2 years he returned again same that version, and both versions were different from each other. मतलब लिखने वाला आदमी एक ही है लेकिन दोनों भी लिखे हुए जो वर्जन्स थे उसने वो क्या थे, अलग अलग थे. Historians were not aware of the existence of the earlier version till the 1916s because it remained lost in the large library collection. Then next point is that new social and political groups. Now in that period, medieval history, which political changes came, that we will see in this point. First is that new technologies made their appearances. नई नई तरक्कियाँ, तांत्रिक जो टेक्नोलॉजीज़ थी वो आई. उसके बाद नए ग्रुप्स तैयार हुए. इमर्जेंस ऑफ न्यू ग्रुप, नए ग्रुप का उदय हो गया, ओरिजिनेशन हो गया. चेंजेस ड्यू टू एक्सटेंशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, एग्रीकल्चर में भी चेंज हुआ. एंड नेक्स्ट इट इज़ अ इमर्जेंस ऑफ जाति. अब ये जो जातियाँ है वो भी उस वक्त तैयार होगी. सो दीज चेंजेस नाउ वी विल सी वन बाय वन विद द एक्सप्लेनेशन. फर्स्ट इज दैट न्यू चेंजेस इन टेक्नोलॉजीज. So in the technologies what they changed in the picture, you can see that with the tree diagram, spinning wheel for the weaving. Means before that medieval period the peoples were not knowing about the spinning wheel. You are knowing that महात्मा गांधी जी's चरखा, आपको चरखा पता होगा कि जो गांधी जी स्पिनिंग के लिए यूज़ करते थे. तो इसका जो इन्वेंशन है वो 8th to 18th सेंचुरी के पीरियड के बीच लगा हुआ है. एंड द पीपल वेयर नो अबाउट दैट फ्रॉम दैट टाइम ओनली. देन पार्शियन व्हील फॉर द इरिगेशन. सी हियर इन द पिक्चर यू कैन सी दैट, आपको पता होगा मोट जो यूज़ करते हैं पानी निकालने के लिए कुएं से. तो ये जो पार्शियन व्हील है इट इज़ ऑल्सो सेम लाइक दैट. देन फायर आर्म्स फॉर द कॉम्बोट, मतलब जो फायर आर्म्स है उसका भी इन्वेंशन उसी मिडेवल पीरियड में लगा हुआ था. बिफोर दैट द पीपल्स वेयर नॉट यूजिंग दीज वेपन्स. एंड new foods and beverage like tea, coffee, potatoes, corn, etc. After that these things also invented in the medieval period. ये जो चीज़ें लोगों को उस वक्त पता नहीं थी उसका भी क्या हो गया, इन्वेंशन हो गया और वो सभी में कॉमन हो गया. You can see the Parthian wheel. Now next point is that new social and political groups. अब उस वक्त पर कौन से नए नए सोशल और पॉलिटिकल जो ग्रुप्स है वो तैयार हो गए वो यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. नाउ हियर दे गिवन दैट इन द ट्री डायग्राम राजपूत्स, सिख्स, अहम्स, जाट्स, क्षत्रियाज एंड मराठाज. These groups were emerged in that period. Now Rajput means what? This Rajput derived from the term Rajputra means son of the ruler, राजा का पुत्र, इसलिए राजपूत. belong from the क्षत्रिय कास्ट, और ये जो राजपूत लोग थे वो क्षत्रिय कास्ट में से थे. देन इंक्लूड रूलर्स, सोल्जर्स, कमांडर्स एंड चिफ्टेंस. और इन राजपूतों में कौन से पोस्ट पर ये थे? रूलर्स थे, उसमें से कोई लोग सोल्जर्स थे, कोई कमांडर्स थे और कई चिफ्टेंस वहाँ के हेड भी थे. देयर मेन क्वालिटीज़ वेयर चिवलरी, करेज एंड लॉयल्टी. और उनकी ये क्या थी? अलग अलग क्वालिटीज़ थी. देन means in the between of 8th and 14th century the term Rajput derived and was applied warrior class of the claimed Kshatriya class states. And Rajput not only included the ruler chieftains, it also meant soldiers and commanders of army. Then the Rajputs were attributed with the chivalric code of conduct extreme valor and a great sense of loyalty by the poets and bards. So Marathas, Sikhs, Jats, Ahom and Kshatriyas, these castes are scribes and secretaries were the other prominent classes, people who became politically important, and this period showed a gradual clearing of forest and extension of agriculture, and it led to change in the people habitat which forced many of the forest dwellers to the migrate. अब इसी वक्त क्या हो गया कि बहुत सारी जो ज़मीन है फॉरेस्ट की वो क्लियर हो गई, एंड फ्रॉम दैट चेंजेस ड्यू टू द एक्सटेंशन ऑफ एग्रीकल्चर, और इसी की वजह से एग्रीकल्चर में भी क्या हो गया, चेंज हो गया. फॉरेस्ट्स वेर क्लियर्ड, देन लाइफ ऑफ फॉरेस्ट dwellers had changed, new jatis came into the existence. Now in the life of forests, some migrated to towns and cities, many become peasants and many become part of the large complex of the societies, paid taxes and tributaries to the local lords. अब एग्रीकल्चर में चेंज होने के बाद लोगों की जो लाइफस्टाइल है वो कैसे चेंज हो गई, ये इस पॉइंट में उन्होंने दिखाया हुआ है. What happened there, which changes came there with that they given here. Now जाति's meaning and their function. अब जाति का मीनिंग क्या है, जाति और सब कास्ट रेफर टू अ ग्रुपिंग एंड रैंकिंग ऑफ people on the basis of their background and occupation. Ranks and states of jati kept changing at different areas and time periods based on the power, influences and resources controlled by the members of the jati. अब ये जो जाति है ये क्या की जाती थी, उनके जो रिसोर्सेस है, उनके जो ग्रुप है, उनके द्वारा उन पर कंट्रोल किया जाता था. देन जातिस framed their own rules and regulations to the manage to conduct their members. अब अलग अलग जाति ने क्या किए हुए थे, अपने खुद के अलग अलग रूल्स तैयार किए हुए थे. These regulations were enforced by an assembly of elders known as the Jat Panchayat. Before that also I gave you one example of that film. In that they shown the जात पंचायत, मतलब उस समाज के जो बड़े बुज़ुर्ग लोग होते हैं उनको उस जात पंचायत पर बिठाया जाता है ताकि सभी लोग उनके नियमों का सही तरह से पालन कर सकें. जातिस वेयर ऑल्सो रिक्वायर्ड टू फॉलो द रूल्स ऑफ देयर विलेज. अब इन लोगों को उनके रूल्स फॉलो करने के लिए क्या किया जाता था, कंपलसरी किया जाता था. इफ़ वी टुक द एग्जाम्पल्स ऑफ आवर ओन ह्यूमन बींग्स, सो मुस्लिम पीपल्स वेयर सेलिब्रेटिंग दैट बकरीद, देन देयर रमज़ान ईद, वी आर सेलिब्रेटिंग द दिवाली, देन Ambedkar Jayanti. So these are their different rules of their own villages. Then in the next point that they given new regions and their empire. अब उस वक्त कौन से नए रीजन्स और साम्राज्य, उनके जो साम्राज्य है वो तैयार हो गए. दैट दे गिवन इन द पिक्चर विद द मैप. मुगल एम्पायर, where they placed, where they spread, all the things they given in the point. In the map we can see that an empire spanning diverse region is known as the pan-regional empire. pan-regional empire की यहाँ पे उन्होंने क्या दी हुई है, डेफिनेशन दी हुई है. देन इन द pan-regional empires, उसमें कौन से एम्पायर, साम्राज्य कौन से शामिल हुए थे, चोलाज, मुगल्स, तुगलक्स एंड खलजीज. मीन्स वेरियस रीजन्स हैड देयर डिस्टिंक्ट लैंग्वेज एंड देयर कल्चर ऑल्सो. अब इस पैन रीजनल में उनकी खुद की एक क्या थी, अलग अलग लैंग्वेज और उनका जो कल्चर है वो भी था. डिनेस्टीज लाइक चोलास, तुगलक्स एंड मुगल्स वेयर एबल टू बिल्ड pan-regional empire that spanned diverse regions. When the Mughal Empire declined, it led to re-emergence of regional state, but years of pan-regional rule altered the overall character of the regions in the realms of governance, the management of the economy, elite cultures and language. Through the 1,000 years between 700 and 1750, the character of different regions felt the impact of larger pan-regional forces of integration without losing their own distinctives. Means these empires were emerged in that period. Then old and new religions. अब नए और पुराने रिलीजन्स कौन से तैयार हो गए? इन दैट रिलीजियस डेवलपमेंट्स, हिंदुइज्म, आइडिया ऑफ भक्ति बिकम पॉपुलर एंड इस्लाम. दीज थ्री रिलीजियस डेवलपमेंट्स वेयर ऑकर इन दैट पीरियड. नाउ इन द हिंदुइज्म, what their concept about the गॉड, भगवान के बारे में उनका मानना क्या था? वर्शिप ऑफ न्यू डेटीज स्टार्टेड. देन इम्पोर्टेंस ऑफ ब्राह्मणास ग्रीव एंड टेम्पल्स वेयर कंस्ट्रक्टेड बाय द किंग. अब उस वक्त क्या हुआ था कि जो वर्शिप की, पूजा पाठ की जो तैयारी है या उसकी जो शुरुआत है वो उसी वक्त से हुई थी. उसके बाद ब्राह्मण लोगों को बहुत महत्व दिया जाना शुरू किया. आपको पता है कि अभी भी हमारे घर में अगर कोई कार्य करना हो तो हम क्या करते हैं? ब्राह्मण लोगों को बुलाते हैं. वी आर गिविंग द इम्पोर्टेंस टू दोज पीपल्स ओनली. देन किंग्स showing their power and their image, they started to construct the temples. Means before that medieval period there were no any temples. लेकिन अपनी ताकत दिखाने के लिए, अपनी सत्ता दिखाने के लिए अगर कोई युद्ध जीत कर आते थे तो वो राजा क्या करते थे? वहाँ पे मंदिर बनवाते थे. देन आइडिया ऑफ भक्ति बिकम पॉपुलर. अब भक्ति की जो आइडिया थी, कंसेप्ट थी, वो उसी टाइम से शुरू हुई. डिवोटीज कुड रीच देयर डेटी विदाउट द एड ऑफ प्रीस्ट्स और इलाबरेट रिचुअल्स. मतलब किसी भी धर्म के अगर वहाँ तक एंड तक पहुँचना है तो भक्ति ही सबसे अच्छा मार्ग है. भगवान की बिना कोई आशा रखे हमें भक्ति करनी चाहिए. देन इन द इस्लाम religion, they accepted the sovereignty of one god. Means in the Hindu peoples there were different gods. They are every day they are making the worship of different god. For example, on Monday there is the Bhagwan Shankar, on Tuesday there is the Ganpati, on Wednesday there is the Pandurang. Then अलग अलग जो गॉडेसेस है उनकी हम पूजा पाठ करते हैं. बट Islam peoples accepted only one God, that is the Allah. Then Islam was interpreted in two ways of Shia and Sunni Muslim. अब उसी मिडेवल पीरियड से 18th सेंचुरी में इस्लाम धर्म में भी दो समुदाय उनके तैयार हो गए. उसमें थे शिया पंथी और दूसरे थे सुन्नी पंथी. मुस्लिम्स रिगार्डेड कुरान एज देयर होली बुक. जैसे हमारा पवित्र धर्म ग्रंथ वो मानने लगे कि हमारा कुरान है. देन इन द फैक्ट्स अबाउट द इस्लाम, उनमें जो दो पंथ तैयार हुए थे, शिया और सुन्नी पंथ जो थे, तो उनके बारे में यहाँ पे दिया हुआ है. शिया मुस्लिम मीन्स बिलीव्ड दैट द प्रोफेट मोहम्मदास son-in-law Ali was the legitimate leader of the Muslim community. मतलब ये जो शिया लोग थे वो प्रॉफेट मोहम्मद के सन इन लॉ को मानने वाले थे. और सुन्नी पीपल जो थे दे एक्सेप्टेड द अथॉरिटी ऑफ अर्ली सक्सेडिंग एल्डर्स खलीफाज ऑफ द community. Means that is the difference between the Shia Muslims and Sunni Muslim. You can note down in your notebook also. Then in the last point of this lesson, the change division of past into periods. Historians made the study of some time somewhat easier by dividing the past into periods which possess shared characteristics. History is broadly divided into two periods, that is prehistory and one another is post history. Now what is the difference between prehistory means what? No any written records अवेलेबल. प्री हिस्ट्री में कोई भी रिटर्न रिकॉर्ड्स अवेलेबल नहीं थे और उसके बाद में 3 प्रकार हो गए. इट इज़ डिवाइडेड इनटू 3 पार्ट्स, दैट इज़ पियोलिथिक, मेसोलिथिक एंड नियोलिथिक. एंड in the second part post history, that records, written records were available and that also divided into 3 parts. It is first ancient, medieval and modern, and now we are learning the medieval history. Then British historians divided the history of India into 3 periods. अब ब्रिटिश लोगों ने क्या किया कि ये जो हिस्ट्री है वो पहले 2 पार्ट में ही डिवाइड हो चुकी थी, लेकिन ब्रिटिश लोगों ने ये जो हिस्ट्री है अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर थिंक, अकॉर्डिंग टू देयर लॉजिक, दे डिवाइडेड इनटू द categories or the peoples, means Hindu, Muslim and British history. Now interesting fact it is, if enough paper was not available with a scholar for copying a book, the mid 13th century he used to wash off manuscripts that he did not need, dried the paper and used it. अब उस वक्त पर क्या नहीं था, जो पेपर था वो इनफ नहीं था, क्योंकि कागज़ का जो इन्वेंशन था वो उसी वक्त से लगा हुआ था और ये अगर सफिशिएंट नहीं है तो वो क्या करते थे कि लिखी हुई जो मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स है वो धोकर सुखाकर वही पेपर फिर से यूज़ करते थे. देन मिनिएचर पेंटिंग मीन्स स्मॉल पेंटिंग्स वेयर समटाइम्स यूज्ड टू इलिस्ट्रेट द टेक्स्ट ऑफ manuscripts. They were also beautiful that often the latter collectors took the manuscripts apart and sold just the miniature. मिनिएचर पेंटिंग भी क्या किए जाते थे, यूज़ किए जाते थे मैन्युस्क्रिप्ट्स के लिए. रीडिंग पर्शियन एंड अरेबिक वॉज डिफ़िकल्ट ड्यू टू द डिफरेंट काइंड्स ऑफ हैंड राइटिंग. अब ये जो पार्शियन और अरेबिक लैंग्वेज है वो तो पहले ही पढ़ने के लिए हार्ड होती है, लेकिन अलग अलग हैंड राइटिंग की वजह से उसमें पढ़ने के लिए और भी प्रॉब्लम्स आ जाती थी. द नेस्टैग्लिक स्टाइल इज़ कर्सिव. अब इसमें राइटिंग में जो नेस्टैग्लिक स्टाइल है वो कर्सिव है. ईजी टू रीड वेयर्स, अब ये जो नेस्टैग्लिक है वो रीडिंग के लिए ईजी होती है. वेयर द शिकस्ती स्टाइल इज़ अ डेंसर एंड मोर डिफ़िकल्ट. यहाँ पे शिकस्ती जो है वो पढ़ने के लिए और लिखने के लिए बहुत डिफ़िकल्ट है. दैट दे गिवन हियर. अब हमारे अगर रेगुलर हम स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग है, सो दैट स्क्रिप्ट राइटिंग इज़ ईजी टू रीड, easy to understand, but because of the some different handwritings in your students of also if we took the example, तो आपके अलग अलग लोगों की हैंडराइटिंग की वजह से अगर आपने कर्सिव लिखा तो वो क्या नहीं हो जाता, हमें इजीली समझ में नहीं आता है. Now in the end of the lesson I gave the terminologies. Cartographer means a person who makes map. Archive means a place where documents and manuscripts are stored. Habitat means this refer to an environment of a region or residents. Period, a large segment. Ulma means learned terminologies and judicist. Pan-regional, spanning diverse region. Patron means a wealthy individual who supports another person. Theology, the study of nature of God and religious belief. Theologist, someone who learned the theology. Miniature paintings means small size painting. Chronicle means a record of narrative descriptions of past events. And chronicler means someone who writes chronicles, means in that you can write those things in the notebook also for your better understanding. After that, in the last point I gave you homework, important questions for the study. List some of the technological changes associated with the medieval history. Second, what difficulties do historians face using manuscripts? Third, how do historians divided the past into periods? Fourth, what types of resources are available to the historians for the study of past? Next, who were Rajputs? And last question is that in what ways has the meaning of the term Hindustan changed over the centuries? You can use these slideshow or PPT presentation for writing the answers of these questions. I hope students you understand the lesson better. Thank you.